on YouTube. So coming back today with my next top 10. So yesterday I did my top 10 NHL free agents. If you have not seen the last 2 days of my top 10s, they will be in the outro, and the link to the entire playlist will be in the description below. So today I want to do a pretty fun video that is the top 10 fastest players in college football. So this includes players that will be playing this coming year, at least assumed to be playing this coming year. It doesn't include graduates and players that declare for the NFL draft. So start with my number 10, and I have the Oregon wide receiver Kirk Merritt. So this is a kid that probably had a little bit more speed in high school coming out than is considered to right now. He is a track star still. I believe he still runs at Oregon and should be, I think he was one of the fastest players of the 2015 recruiting class. So at number 9, I've got the Oregon running back Thomas Tyner. So Tyner has had some injury problems since he got into college. He is a guy that had extremely fast blazing speed in high school, and he still does have it on Oregon, but it's kind of hard to tell with all the injuries he has had, and you should be able to see him back in 2016 forming a nice little dynamic duo between him and Royce Freeman. So at number 8, I have the USC cornerback. Actually plays a little bit all over the field, but that's Adoree Jackson. So Jackson is actually an Olympic hopeful this year, I believe, for the long jump. He's just an all-around athlete. He's one of the best all-around athletes in college football. But he was, I think he is still a 60-meter runner? 100-meter runner. Excuse me, not too familiar with track. So, yes, he does run the 100-meter, and I believe he posted up a solid around 10.45 for the 100-meter, something like that. And at number 7, I have the Oregon wide receiver Devon Allen, either way you want to say it. And he's a guy that could be higher, but has struggled with injuries really since the beginning of 2015 season. And I think that he could have a better year this coming year. He had to miss the track season, I believe, last year. Don't know if he had to miss the track season this year. But, yeah, I think he's a guy that could be a big boost to Oregon this coming year, as you can obviously see that the 3 of the 4 players are on Oregon so far, so they do have a very fast team. At number 6, I have the Ole Miss defensive back Kylo Moore. That's how you say it. So Moore is a guy that's an extremely good track runner, and I don't think he ran it by any means the fastest times on here, but he did run about a 10.45 to a 10.5 100-meter. He is extremely fast, and he saw quite a few more defensive snaps this past year in college football. Should be able to see even more this year with, not really sure who departed on the Ole Miss defense at corner, but probably should be able to see more snaps this coming year. I believe he will be a senior. So at number 5, I've got the LSU cornerback, and that is Dante Jackson. So just another athlete on this LSU team, and really ran, I believe, a sub 10.4 100-meter. That might have been in high school, but definitely one of the fastest kids in the 2015 recruiting class. He is just not, I don't know, he hasn't got much exposure in college football yet. The football speed has yet to be determined, but this guy is incredibly fast. If you have not seen him yet, I believe you can look up a couple of the Louisiana State track championship meet videos on YouTube. That's what I was looking for. So at number 4, I've got the Florida State wide receiver Kermit Whitfield. So Kermit Whitfield, I believe, ran a sub 10.3 100-meter, which is just absolutely insane while he was in high school. And on this list, I would say it's hard to find anyone that actually ran a faster 100-meter, and really think that he's got some of the best football speed you will find. He looks blazing fast when you watch him on video. One thing that I did not mention for this video is I will be posting just an overall link. It includes all these players to one of my more favorite video of of college football highlights for faster players in the league in the description below. It seems like it's pretty much all, Oregon, USC, and Florida State, and LSU a little bit too, but those are the teams probably with the most athletes each year. So at number 3, I've got the Arkansas State, and just overall athlete. He returns kicks mainly and punts, but that's Cam Eccles-Looper. So Eccles-Looper is a transfer from TCU. I remember him best for his punt return against Kansas in 2014. He has absolutely blazing speed. He is one of the fastest college football players, not just that I've seen now, but that I've ever seen, hands down. And I think that he could have that he could really have a bigger season overall this coming year, just being an overall bigger role player for Arkansas State. I believe he is going into his senior year, and I think he is taking over with an actual spot at wide receiver this coming year. So like I said, should see an increased role. So at number 2, I've got the Cal running back, and that's Khalfani Muhammad. So Cal loses a lot on offense this year, specifically obviously Jared Goff and then Kenny Lawler. You need some players to plug and play, and Muhammad is definitely one of the fastest players in college football. I believe that he has I think he has the second fastest official 100 time on this list, and he is he's also a good distance runner, and I think he is hands down probably the best track runner on this list. Actually, probably second best. Take that back. So my number 1 best, though, is Tyrell Johnson. I believe this is the undisputed fastest player on this list after Colby Listenby graduated this past year. The Arizona wide receiver Johnson runs about a 10.4, maybe a sub 10.400, and I believe he has run the fastest official time recorded in college of any player on this list. And there was a little bit of a gap between him and Colby Listenby. I believe Colby Listenby almost ran a 10-second flat 100-meter. But Tyrell Johnson to me is now the fastest player in college football. So that concludes my list. Like I said, I will be posting a link in the description below to another video that really just shows you all the players on this, and just kind of gives you an idea of the actual speed they have. I'm assuming if most of you guys follow college football, you've heard of a couple of these players, especially if you follow it in depth. Like I said, if you've not seen my last 2 days of my top 10s, they will be in the outro, and then I'll put the link to the entire top 10 playlist in the description below, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video. So that's pretty much it. So, top 10 in a few days. I've been working a little bit more on a couple other YouTube projects that you guys will be seeing soon, and yeah, ones that I'm pretty excited about. But today I want to do a top 10 that is top 10 NBA free agents for 2016. I did a video a few days, or actually might have been about a week ago,